Onlytops.
12 Life Lessons from Acharya Chanakya.
Number 1.
Education is the best friend. An educated person is respected everywhere. Education beats the beauty and the youth. This means a person may be weak, in terms of strength, may be average, below average looking, or may not have ample of wealth, but he will be still treated as wise person, and gain a lot of respect from everyone and everywhere if he is well educated. A rich person can lose his wealth, beauty may be lost in due course of time, relations and love may fade out, but education and knowledge never leaves a person in any condition. He gave best life lessons that education and knowledge can only be increased, and in any condition it cannot be stolen from you.
Number 2.
Learn from the mistakes of others. You can't live long enough to make them all yourself. This statement persuades a person to watch, observe, learn from your environment and the people surrounding you. It means it is not necessary to learn from your own mistakes only, but also you should observe others and learn from their mistakes, as to not repeat them and prevent yourself from unwanted troubles in your life.
Number 3.
Never share your secrets with anybody. It will destroy you. Most important learning from his life lessons is that you should never disclose your secrets to anybody, because you never know who might use it against you. He said that in any circumstances, you should not share your weaknesses or your strengths to anyone, so that no one can attack upon your weaknesses, and no one can trick your strengths in any way.
Number 4.
Before you start some work, always ask yourself 3 questions. Why am I doing it? What the results might be? And will I be successful? Only when you think deeply, and find satisfactory answers to these questions, go ahead. This means that before beginning of any work, or implementing any strategy, or initiating any plan, you should always go through these questions with all the possible pros and cons, so as to define the possibilities of your success and failure.
Number 5.
The fragrance of flowers spread only in the direction of the wind, but the goodness of the person spreads in all directions. He said that a person should always be good to others irrespective of differences in cultures or communities. He said that a person will die but his goodness remains forever. His good deeds are remembered by people for ages and ages.
Number 6.
A man is great by his activities only. Birth has nothing to do with it. He explained that a person becomes great, in front of people, by the kind of things and activities he does in his life. Wherever he is born, whatever is his community, caste or language be, that may not decide anyone's greatness. He has to prove himself, by his way of living and his activities towards society and humanity.
Number 7.
Humbleness is at the root of self-control. This statement says that best life lessons for a successful and happy person in life is, you have to be as much humble as you can. Your humbleness may weaken your enemies at times, and it will always keep you in self-control and increase your self-confidence at the same time.
Number 8.
God is not present in idols. Your feelings are your God, and your soul is your temple. When people are blind in worshipping God, in materialistic idols, and follow various ways to please God, he had very different point of views. He said that God doesn't exist in idols or temples, God is within us. He said that God is present within us as our feelings, and our soul is the temple for that God. One need not run behind temples in search of God, but treat his own soul as temple, and his feelings and emotions as God.
Number 9.
A debt is like an enemy. As one should destroy his enemy, without any trace, a debt should be paid till a penny. He said that a person in debt has to face insult and shame in front of others. A person should try not to take any debt, or if in worse situations he has taken a debt, then it should be his foremost priority to pay that debt as soon as possible.
Number 10.
Learning is a friend on a journey, a wife in the house, medicine in sickness, and religious merit is the only friend after death. No wonders, time will change, people may change, situations can be favorable or unfavorable, but the only thing remains static in life is your learnings. So it is immensely important to give importance to your learnings in life. Your learnings will be your lifelong friend. It is as important as wife in the house, or medicine during sickness.
Number 11.
He who is overly attached to his family members experiences fear and sorrow, for the root of all grief is the attachment. Thus one should discard attachment as much as possible, to be happy. He explained that one must not be over-attached to his family. Though this learning from him is the most difficult one, or we can say next to impossible to follow, but it has true sense. A person who is much attached to his family has some sort of expectations in return. It may be in form of respect, love, sacrifice or service, but most of the times even family members are not able to fulfill those expectations to the limit that person thinks, which creates sorrow and grief for that person, and differences within relations.
Number 12.
Actual knowledge is not confined in books and possessions. If it does, people can never use both of them, when practically they need to use those. He said that true learnings and knowledge cannot be stored or saved in books, or in any kind of possessions. Knowledge is meant to be within ourselves, and has to be applied in each and every stage of life.